Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of Independent Joe. Today we are going to review Booker's. This is my first review of a Booker's product. I'm pretty excited about this because ever since I bought this a few months ago, I've been waiting to open it, but I haven't really figured out like when I should. But I'm gonna open it now because somebody, I'm not gonna say who, but they live in this house, wants me to open this bottle. So they heard, she asked me earlier, she's like, do you know a bourbon or a whiskey called Booker's? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, oh, do we have that? And I'm like, yeah, we have a couple of them. Well, we have two little books and one regular Booker's. And so she goes, are you gonna review it anytime soon? I said, well, I guess I'm gonna do it tonight. So here I am, about to review it so that I can taste it and let you know what I'm getting from it. And then of course, after I do this episode, then she's gonna go ahead and be able to taste it too. She would be here right now, but she's actually teaching a class while I'm doing this video. I wasn't planned that way. I just don't want to be up too late. So, Booker's. Let's talk about it for a little bit. It's been sitting, the glass has been sitting here for about 3 to 5 minutes as usual. And there's a lot of information that's given on this bottle, and not so much, not to full detail though. But again, that's okay because, like I said before, as long as the bourbon whiskey tastes good, we can overlook certain things. So this bottle right here is high in proof at 125.3. It's got a pretty good backstory on this one. They're like real meticulous, as I just told you, 125.3, which means that it's 62.65%. So they're trying to put in those real fine details to make sure that you understand what you're getting in this bottle. And they also state on here that it's 6 years, 11 months, and 4 days old before they actually bottled this thing. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get into the taste, the flavors, and let you know. Of course, you already know that this is a Jim Beam product. Booker is the model for Booker's, and what they named this particular offering is the Donahoe's batch. And who Donahoe is, Mike Donahoe, he was a sales manager who became close friends. Not really befriended, but they became close friends. And Booker No actually kind of went to him from time to time just to get ideas and advice, share whiskey with him, to get his opinions and stuff like that. They became real good friends. And when Mike Donahoe first started the company in 1982, little did he know that he was actually going to be a model for one of their bottles, for one of Booker's bottles. So that's awesome. It's an awesome, pretty awesome story. This is a limited release. It's a small batch. It's uncut, unfiltered. It's cask strength. There ain't no mash bill. But since it is a bourbon, we know that it's at least 51% corn. So those are all the small details that we need to know to figure out, like at a minimum, why this would be considered a bourbon instead of a rye. Because if it was a rye, of course, as you know, it would be at least 51% rye. So that's how that works. To be considered a rye. But nope, this is a bourbon. This is the 2021 TAC 01 So batch 1 of the offerings, 4 bookers that are going to be coming out this year. And yeah, I'm excited to taste this one. They give you a lot of information. They give you this card, and it gives you the backstory of what I just told you. It tells you all the, how they came up with the name, or how they came up with this offering. It tells you all the different warehouses, because this is a bunch of different whiskeys blended into one before they bottled it. And I can tell you each one, but I'd have to go to my phone because these words are too dang small. So 16% came from the second floor of the ninth story warehouse H. 8% of it came from the 6th floor of the 9th story warehouse H. 4% came from the 6th floor of the 7th story warehouse L. 16% of it came from the 4th floor of the 7th story warehouse X. 9% came from the 5th floor of the 7th story warehouse X. And then 47% of it came from the 5th floor of 7th story warehouse Z. So they go into detail, and they don't really cut any corners, other than the mash bill, which, I mean, it's Booker's. I mean, we already know that it's going to be, they're pretty consistent. They're just like Maker's Mark, Jack Daniels. How they make this offering is going to be pretty standard. But you're going to get a good product. So yeah, so all that in a nutshell. And let's go off topic real quick. Of course, tomorrow is I think it's game 3, sorry, of the NBA Finals. Suns are putting that smackdown on Milwaukee Bucks. So, Shaquille O'Neal thinks that there's going to be a sweep of that. That's just not going to happen. It'd be crazy if it did, but there's no way that's going to happen. So that a sweep, no. I have a feeling they're going to bounce back on this game coming up tomorrow. I think Milwaukee Bucks might even it up because they got the next 2 games at home. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. They're playing good ball. Another thing that's happened. I've got a few more subscribers. I want to thank you. Hold on right here. I want to make sure that let me see here. Yeah, I want to thank the right people. So some of you I can't thank. But there are a few of you that actually showed up, that told me, who subscribed and stuff like that. So I want to, if the other people had showed up on my timeline too, then I would have been able to thank you personally, which I would love to thank you personally. I really appreciate you subscribing, taking this journey with me. I know maybe some of you are coming from Jake. Not Jake from State Farm, but the other one. Jake, man, you're awesome, dude. Thank you for talking to your family, friends, and said, hey, maybe you might subscribe to this guy. He might have some cool information and stuff like that. But but little did they know it's going to be about whiskey. Who knows? Maybe you did tell them. But I appreciate you, Jake. You're awesome. Another person I'd like to thank is Valerie B. I really appreciate you subscribing today. Can't say enough what it means to me that you're supporting myself and this channel. Mappy, I don't know you, but I appreciate you. Who else? Marcos. Appreciate you, Marcos. Thank you for taking this journey with me. And Todd and Shelly. Appreciate you all. I don't know how long you guys probably would want to hear about whiskey, but just so you know, there will be other topics just like the NBA, just like what I'm about to talk about right now. If any of you saw that fight tonight, that was crazy. But before I go to that, thank you. I appreciate you. And if you're just coming to the channel, please like, please subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel to maybe give out some fun information about sports, about whiskey, about bourbons. You know, again, it isn't something that you'd have to like be about yourself, you know, where it's like, oh, well, this channel is for me because I drink bourbon. It could be somebody you know, and maybe you're looking for a gift. Just like my last video, I'm not going to go into that whole thing, don't worry. But yeah, so I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, that fight, did you see that? Oh, man. When he landed on his ankle, and his ankle twisted, that just looked ugly. Man, I just hope that that it recovers, you know. My bank account recovers from having to pay for that fight. So I know some of you are out there probably in that same predicament where especially if you grew up in the era I did, where you're watching Mike Tyson, you leave to go get some water or go get some soda or get a drink or anything. You come back and the fight's over. Didn't expect that. First round, broke his foot. Conor McGregor, told you, Jake. I told you. You know, well, you know, it didn't happen the way I said, but I told you that Poirier, I'll say Poirier. Poirier is just, he just, if he kept calm, he just did what he was supposed to do, and that's what he did. He weathered that storm of those kicks and everything. And I recorded a video of when he actually, Poirier even thought like, oh, something's wrong with your foot. And he pointed exactly to that foot. So either he's psychic, or we might want to check him for his alien status, if you know what I mean, right? Right, turds? Shelf Turds is another video YouTube channel, so I'm not calling anybody out there turds. I'm like, yeah, they're turds, those turds over there. So, but they're really into whiskey and bourbon and aliens. So check out their channel if you want. They're funny, hilarious, 10 times better. I did say 10 times and then went half. Yeah, 10 times better than this channel. So, but I will try to be a little bit less on the off topics, but yeah, you know what, let's get back to this. Let's get back on topic. So back to Booker's. I'm gonna go ahead and go in on the nose and tell you what I'm getting off of this offering right here. Let me stir it up, make it a little angry because it's been sitting here for now probably longer than I thought I was gonna let it sit. Looks like it coats the glass very well. That's nice. I've had Booker's before, but it's been a while. This is actually my first bottle I've owned. I've tried it before, I liked it, but I've never went and actually had the urge to buy it. And I went to my local liquor store, Rancho, and I just got the Frank Sinatra from there, and he and my buddy from there was like, hey, are you gonna, when are you gonna do that video? And I was like, he goes, how about next Friday? And I'm like, sure. And he goes, no, you got to do it sooner than that. And I was like, well, I got other bottles I got to get to. So yeah, so but this is where I got that from. Good people over there at Rancho Liquor. Yeah, so anyways, before I go off topic again, yeah, really nice. Legs are coming down. This is a really oily one right here. Got that caramel. Said it right. The vanilla, you got some deep oakiness in there. Got a little bit of the nuttiness coming through, which is pretty standard with your Jim Beam products. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on the palate on this. I ain't gonna waste any time. I mean, any more time. So, oh yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but wow, that is just really oily. I feel like it's gonna coat the mouth real well. Get all those rich flavors coming through. Cheers. That was a big drink. Let it calm down a little bit. Remember, this is cask strength. So, and this is my first drink of the night. So all that heat is coming through right away. They say this one, along with typical Booker's, that these really hold up. All those oils are making it hard for me to talk. But try not to spit all over like Sylvester. Sylvester the cat, for those of you who don't know who that is. Yeah, wow, that is beautiful. They say that just like I was saying, just like a lot of Booker's flavors that they hold up well, and it takes water really well. I'm not one of those people that puts water in it. I don't see anything wrong with it because you drink it how you like it. But for myself, I don't mind the burn, and I don't mind trying to find the flavors from the glass where it's not going to be watered down at all. Wow. I'm still got all those flavors. I'm still trying to figure them all out. Definitely got an almond. That must be that nuttiness I was looking at. It's really sweet. We got that rich, warm texture that's coating the mouth, going down to giving you that hug in your chest. It's got oak flavors coming through. Wow, this finish is crazy long. You got some cocoa or chocolate on the back of the palate. It's just really nice. The spices die down already, but you still got those leftover flavors still hanging around. So I'm gonna take another drink of this. Well, that was a little drink right there. Yeah. So, if you're somebody who likes to drink a cold whiskey or a cold bourbon, you put ice in it and stuff like that, there's no way that these flavors are going away. I can't see it because it's so rich and it's thick. The flavors just keep coming through. Yeah, this is one of those ones that you definitely can just sit back, relax, sit in front of the TV, watch Conor McGregor get his leg broken, and just feel relaxed, you know. This is definitely gonna be one of my go-to bottles when I'm just here. Can't wait to share this with friends. Yeah, man, that is really well balanced. You still feel the warmth, but it's not heat, it's not spice, it's not anything. You just feel warm. For those of you who are looking for maybe a whiskey that does that, you know, especially if it, during the winter months, this would be perfect, especially at cask strength. Man, I wonder how this would do against like Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. I might have to pair these two up. Man, this is really nice. Well, I don't want to hold you guys up anymore. I know I do that off topic and it takes a little bit, so I just want to, I had to let you guys know that I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Comment if there's a bottle in back of me that you would like to check out, if you would like to hear about maybe some of the backstory on it. Just put in the comments what bottle that is, and I'll be happy to do a review on it and let you know if it's a buy. This is definitely, if you can find this, it's a buy. I got lucky because they had just got it that day, and I walked in the store and they said, "You want it?" And I said, "Sure," and I took it. So good people over there at Rancho Liquor. So they have a really good selection. Check them out. But yeah, so I appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's all I could say, because that just I don't, just so you know, I don't make any money on these videos. I don't, I'm not cashing in or anything. I just like being able to talk to more people, a wider audience. Jake, you're freaking awesome. He says he used to be a basketball player. Anytime, man. You think you got the skills. You say you played for your college. Well, let me see what your skills are. Because I had a friend who bragged about being all-state. I'm not going to say any names, Corey, Locker. I'm not going to say any names, but 6'7", and just got beat every time we got on the court. He was one of my really good friends. He is one of my really good friends who I met when I first came in the Marine Corps, and we used to go at it on basketball all the time. He used to get pissed every time I beat him. Did he win a couple of times? Yeah, 1 or 2 times he won, but I was always beating him. So Jake, if you think you want the smoke, come and get it. So I'll be talking to you next week. So appreciate you, and yes, I do owe you dinner at my favorite restaurant. So my favorite restaurant is in Oklahoma at Matt's Barbecue. So I'll be buying you dinner there when you head up there. So just let me know. Yeah. So thank you to everybody. And I started rambling on again. I apologize. So have a good night. I know I am. Have a great night. Take care.